By 2050, Fort Bend County is projected to hit 1.8 million people.
Wow. That is massive.
Right. I mean, that is roughly the equivalent of taking the entire current population of Phoenix, Arizona, and just like dropping it into a Houston suburb.
So today, we are taking a deep dive into the source material, a comprehensive market strategy brief, to figure out why the Richmond-Rosenberg corridor is suddenly the center of the real estate universe for you buyers, sellers, and investors out there.
Yeah, it is a completely fascinating ecosystem right now. The mechanics driving those three groups are just, they're deeply intertwined. We are really looking at a fundamental shift in how this region operates financially.
Well, look, I see massive developers, like Camden Property Trust, pouring institutional money into build-to-rent projects here. But instead of just flipping houses, it is like they're treating these developments almost like an assembly line.
That is the perfect way to look at it, honestly. They aren't just building individual homes. They are manufacturing a rental ecosystem from the ground up. It is like seeing the smart money place their bets at the casino, right? Should solo investors be sitting at the same table?
I think so, yeah. Because by owning the entire subdivision, they control the HOA, the maintenance, and the renter pool all at once. And the financial metrics driving this are what really stand out. Build-to-rent cap rates, which is essentially your annual rate of return based on the property's income, are averaging between 6.5% and, wow, over 8% in Rosenberg.
Okay, wait, I get that 8% looks great compared to the broader Houston multifamily average of around, I think, 5.6%. But honestly, 8% still isn't a massive number. Why are institutional players locking up tens of millions of dollars for that kind of yield?
Well, it is because of the tax shelter. This is the critical piece for out-of-state money. Texas has no state income tax.
Oh, right.
Exactly. If you are an investor coming from California where you might face a combined capital gains tax of over 33%, shifting your capital to Texas is like a massive wealth retention tool.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, once those properties are stabilized, meaning they're fully leased out with reliable tenants paying regular rent, that 8% return is significantly more valuable because you actually get to keep so much more of it.
Okay, so the smart money is moving in because the tax laws favor them. But that money only works if actual humans are renting or buying these homes.
Right.
And the brief notes there are over 20,000 new homes planned in mega developments here, like that massive 4,700-acre city of tomorrow at Austin Point.
Or the first-timer haven at Holly Ridge.
Yeah, but wait, if developers are building 20,000 new homes, shouldn't that massive supply just completely crash the prices? With that much inventory, how does a buyer not get totally overwhelmed, and why is it still a golden opportunity?
Because the demand is still vastly outpacing that incoming supply. You have this massive influx of dual-income first-time buyers and really highly diverse relocators.
So it is not just locals moving around.
Not at all. We are seeing professionals from out of state, but also a very strong West African diaspora flocking here specifically for Lamar CISD schools and the relative affordability.
But with a development that huge, buying new construction isn't just about picking out your kitchen countertop.
No, far from it. Buyers are stepping into a highly complex machine. They need serious guidance on the hidden mechanics like navigating builder contracts to understand which incentives are actually negotiable.
Oh, and flood maps, right.
Definitely. Post-Harvey, you have to understand the local flood zone maps. You cannot rely on a glossy brochure. You really have to understand the topography, the drainage, and how water actually moves through that specific neighborhood.
So all these out-of-state buyers and young professionals flocking to Lamar CISD schools are creating a fascinating unintended consequence for the people who already live there, too.
It creates a tremendous advantage for sellers.
Yeah.
If you look at established neighborhoods like Bondbrook Plantation, the median entry price is around $355,000.
That is a really hot price point right now.
Explosively active. That entire $300,000 to $600,000 range is just moving so fast. Homes at the upper end are moving in under 14 days because of the sheer volume of inbound migration.
And here's the mechanism that really blew my mind in the source material. Established homeowners don't even have to sell and leave to win.
Right, the equity pivot.
Yeah. They have built up so much equity over the last few years that they can easily transition into second home investors. They can buy a rental property in this exact same corridor and capture the very rental demand that is driving the institutional money.
It is a closed-loop system of wealth generation. They leverage their existing asset to tap into an incoming renter pool that is practically guaranteed by the county's population growth.
But, to execute that kind of closed-loop strategy or to safely navigate the complex builder contracts and flood maps we talked about earlier, You really need a local expert on the ground.
Absolutely. You cannot just wing it.
Right. So for anyone out there looking to buy, sell, or invest in Richmond, Rosenberg, and Fort Bend County's master planned communities, you should reach out to Ives Youngo. He is the team lead at the Yong Real Estate Group at HomeSmart.
He brings a very specific toolkit to this market. Eves is a seasoned Texas broker with over 10 years of Houston metro experience.
And he is bilingual in English and French too, right?
Yeah, and he actually has a C-level tech background. So he's the founder of the Young Real Estate Group, the Young Technologies, and the Young Home Services. That analytical approach is exactly what you need to evaluate new construction, luxury builds, and complex investments here.
You can reach Eves and his team directly at 713-855-5563. They specialize in new construction, investments, first-time buyers, and military families.
Having that local analytical anchor is essential before you make a move in a market moving this fast.
It really is. And,
Yeah.
it makes you wonder if this Richmond-Rosenberg corridor continues to absorb all this wealth and population, evolving into its own self-sustaining economic epicenter, what happens to the center of Houston, as the traditional downtown commute eventually just become a relic of the past. Something for you to think about.